now, we're about to do my first live tier list in like mad years. Shout out to the Tekken sound. We're about to do a tier list on what I believe to be the best Tekken games in order. Alright, so we're going to see how this transpires. It's not objective, okay? It's subjective. I can say whatever I want and whatever I feel. If you don't like it, then I'm sorry. I don't know what to fucking tell you, alright? You can put suggestions in the fucking box and shit, but just like I'm not going to change my opinion because you're mad. Like, and this goes for the people on YouTube as well when you watch this afterwards. Make sure you guys on YouTube leave your thoughts in the comment section and let me know if you agree or don't agree. But I don't really give a damn anyway because, you know what I'm saying, it's my opinion. But anyways, we're doing every one too. We're going to start from the very beginning. We're going to do Tekken 1. I'm going to give a brief explanation of why I think that these games should go where they're going to go. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This game is ass. Okay? Even going back in the day, I would have never played Tekken 1 over DOA 1 Virtua Fighter. It would have never happened. Like, the game is non-responsive. Like, seriously. There's even proof of it. You can look it up. The game doesn't respond to your inputs a lot of the time. Like, it's kind of like fucking Tekken 8, right? So, you know how they have the whole, oh, well, it was good for its time thing? And then you also have, like, it was never good, even in its time. It couldn't be. Because when you play a game in current day, like, let's just say I play, like Tekken 2 right now, it's not going to feel unbearable. Like, Tekken 2 is a pretty good game, in my opinion. Like, it's actually okay to play. But, bro, I feel like there's something about Tekken 1 and its unresponsiveness and just, it's ugly. It's so ugly, bro. Like, you ever seen Kuma in that game? Oh my god, it was a nightmare.
Final round.
Oh, he looks so bad. They were better off not even putting him in the game.
They were better off not even putting him in the game because he doesn't look like a bear at all. He looks like some shit, bro. God, game was ass. So the next game is Tekken 2. Now listen, I think Tekken 2 really changed the game for this game. Like, obviously, Tekken 3 is when the game started to become what we're kind of seeing now, just enhanced, right? Like, for me, bro, I really do feel like Tekken 3 was actually, like, the first game that really started to make Tekken what it is today. Tekken 2, I don't really think did that for real, but it didn't have to because by itself as a product, there was tons of characters in the game. They definitely upgraded the graphics slightly, but I feel like the biggest changes were just the responsiveness in the controllers, and the soundtrack was fucking fire. Like, the soundtrack in Tekken 2 is crazy. Definitely... I'm gonna have to put Tekken 2. I'm gonna have to put Tekken 2 in like A tier, bro. Like, Tekken 2 is pretty fire. Like, it's pretty legendary, I think, right? Tekken 3, I can't wait to do this one. This shit, listen. This game is going right to S tier. Like, I don't think there's any question about that. I don't think there's any question about Tekken 3 being in S tier. This game was just perfect. Like, there's only so many games I've ever played in my life that I felt like were perfect. Like, DOA 2 on the Dreamcast, Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube, like, 10 out of 10 perfect games, right? Tekken 3 is flawless. Like, there were so many modes in the game. It started to feel crazy. Like, that's when the game started to turn into Tekken for me, right? Yeah, Tekken 3's fire. We got Tekken 4. I might get some slack for this one, bro, but Tekken 4? You know why I think that I love Tekken 4 so much all the time, even though I guess the game was ass balance-wise? Some games are just fun, right? Like, I was how old playing this game when it came out in the early 2000s? I don't even fucking know. I was a kid. I didn't even understand how fighting games really worked at the time. I just knew that the maps were like fucking open world. Like, that mall map on Tekken 4 is insane, bro. That stage is crazy. Like, it's like an open fucking mall. It's the craziest stage I've ever seen in a fighting game. Even like up there with some DOA stages, because you guys know DOA is known for its stages, but Tekken 4 really stepped outside of the box and did something new with Tekken. They went away from the regular formula. They added like more open stages. The game was really weird and different, like mechanically too. A lot of people didn't like the mechanics of it, but visually and as a product, like a product you play with your homies and have fun on, I feel like Tekken 4 is crazy, bro. I don't know, dog. The music was good in Tekken 4 and everything. Like, dude, I thought Tekken 4 was pretty fire. Like, if we're talking competitive, obviously I know that the game had its flaws just from what I know about it. Like, the game was completely broken. There were characters that were completely broken. They weren't banned. But, like, other than that, Tekken 4, dude, was pretty sick for its time. I love this game. Tekken 4 came out after Tekken Tag, correct? So I did that wrong. Yeah, it's because of the way the file saves. So Tekken Tag Tournament 1, that's just going right into S tier, bro. Come on, like, 10 out of 10 game. Like, the game was fucking just holding the case in my hand, bro. Like, just holding the case. Like, hold on, let me go get that shit. Because it's... So I'm going to show you all I'm not a fraud, by the way. Like, I really like Tekken, man. We already did Tekken 1. Alright. Tekken 1, cheeks. That game was butt. It's good to have it, though. Alright, we did Tekken 2. And we threw Tekken 2 in A tier. I love this game. I love this game. The game was great. I had to find my Tekken 3. I was about to lose my shit just now. Alright? This game is godlike. This is an S tier game all day. Tekken Tag 1. This is an S tier game all day right here. There's no debating that at all. I think that there's nothing you can really say to debate that. Like, it's crazy too, bro, because you ever wonder if it was the time that the game came out that made it so godlike, or like, are games harder to impress us now? Because if you look at Tekken Tag 1 compared to like the newer Tekken, the only thing that really looks better is the art style. You know what I'm saying? Like, the art style for me in the older Tekken games looks sick. Everything looks so realistic now, but I feel like games are harder to impress us now. And we forgot one in between, I think. Hold on, we got to go back. We missed one. This is one of my favorites right here, bro. This is one of my favorites. We got Tekken Advance. Listen, this is an undisputed S tier game. Do you understand what it was like to play Tekken on my Game Boy in the car? Bro, I used to wait for the fucking street lights to come on, bro. I'd wait until we stop at a red light and try to play as much as I can. Bro, Tekken Advance, bro. It was really Tekken. 100% Tekken. Like, for sure, bro. It was fucking so sick. S tier game. That game is sick. Like, bro, you're really playing Tekken on the go. Like, there's... Alright, so Tekken 5, right? Tekken 5 and Tekken... I know that there's another version of Tekken 5 somewhere, but we're not going to get into that. But Tekken 5 Vanilla and at least Dark Resurrection were very different, even noticeably different for me, because there was obviously characters missing. And my first experience with Dark Resurrection was on the PSP. This fucking game right here... The original Tekken 5, when I first played it, I thought this game was super fucking sick. The soundtrack, that fucking game had the sickest soundtrack of all time, bro. Soundtrack was sick. I gotta put Tekken 5 in S tier, bro. And I'm gonna have to put 5DR in S tier because you could play Tekken 1 through 3 on here too. The story was sick with the little cutscenes, man. Yeah, nah, I gotta put Tekken 5 in. Even just OG Tekken 5, I gotta put in S tier. I think I have to put that in S tier, low-key. Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. Another S tier, bro. Like, dude, Tekken has been sick for a long time. Then he just started fucking up. For me, around Tekken Tag 2, they started fucking up. I had it on my PSP. I still have it. As you can see, I'm a real one, okay? This fucking game, bro, the hours that I sunk into this fucking game, dog, should be studied. Alright, so Tekken 6 for me, I love Tekken 6. You guys can already see where I'm going with this. I love Tekken 6. I thought it looked good. The stages were good. The soundtrack was good. Customization was next fucking level. Like, they took the next level with the customization. But I started to play fighting games online. And the netcode was one of the worst experiences for me of my entire life. Like, Tekken 6 had some of the worst online I think has ever been invented in games. And I know it was the time and shit, but dude, the fucking netcode was terrible, man. Scenario campaign mode was fun. You could play that shit online with your friends. Like, how am I not gonna... And Lars, this is his first game, even though I'm not really a Lars main like that. How am I not gonna put this game in S tier? Like, how am I not gonna put this game in S tier? There's no fucking way. Alright, so after Tekken 6, we got... I'm gonna like doing this one. I'm gonna like doing this one because I don't care what you guys' opinion on this one is. I really don't. I know I'm gonna get some flack, but kiss my black ass. Listen, I hated this game. I really hated this game. Like, and you know what sucks about the fact that I hated this game? One, the reason why I hated this game is because I truly felt like there was no innovation from the character models from 6 to Tag 2. Like, I get that they kind of do that. But Tekken Tag 1, the arcade version, literally was just Tekken 3, but just with tag mechanics. I'm not saying they didn't upgrade them a little bit, but I feel like it really wasn't much of a difference between... And I cared about that kind of stuff at the time. Like, I really wanted the games to look better every time they came out. And you gotta understand as a DOA player why I felt that way, because DOA consistently looked good all the time. I don't understand why you could die in one combo. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that at all, but you could literally die in one combo. Like, the tag crash shit was whack. Like, the whole game's mechanics were ass. There was nothing good about that game other than, like, the cosmetic stuff. The customization was cool. Every character that you could think of was in the game, and that's obviously awesome. You got characters you haven't seen in years in the game. But that's not enough for me, bro. I thought this game was dog shit. It's like, people probably think I'm being really harsh on my rating for that game, but you have to understand that I'm not, because look at the track run that Tekken has had. Tekken 3, Tag 1, 4, 5, 5DR, and 6 were all masterpieces. Even 2 was damn near a masterpiece. How did you make this dog shit? Like, I could see if, like, the last 2 was ass, and then they just kind of made a kind of ass game. They were all amazing. They were all amazing until this one came out. That game was ass. Listen, this game right here was weird. Because first and foremost, It came out, if I'm not mistaken, after Tekken 6 and Tag 2. And it looked like a really unsharp version. Like, for some reason, the graphics just looked off to me in this game. I don't know if they changed the art style, if it went like cel-shaded or something. But Tekken Revolution looked weird to me, bro. Even as a free game, it wasn't really free. You had to pay money, really, if you wanted to really accomplish anything in the game. It was actually not a good game at all. Like, it was actually bad. It was a really bad game. It was a bad experiment. There was nothing good about fighting somebody who was just spamming invincible moves. Like, I'm not talking about, like, power crushes, like, full-blown invincible fucking moves, bro. What do we got next? Tekken 3D Prime Edition. And for those of you that have not played that game, other than the fact that they outsourced that game to Erika, or Eric, I don't know how you say the name of that company, but they make Fighting EX Layer and shit. And you can tell, because some of the stages and the songs were super weird. There was this Courage the Cowardly Dog ass stage on there, and it had one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. But other than that, bro, it ran at a pretty decent frame rate without a bunch of frame drops, from my understanding. I could be wrong about that, but I think I'm right. And I played it on emulation too, so I'm kind of basing it off of that. Low-key, I didn't own the game. But I thought Prime Edition was alright. I'm not saying it was game-breaking, but you know what? I'm a fan of mobile games. I'm a mobile fucking dude. I like mobile games. I like the idea of playing games on the go. And apparently you can watch the movie on this game too, that we're going to rate as well. I'm not saying it was a perfect game. It wasn't a masterpiece by any means, but it was okay. Alright, let's switch stuff up a little bit. Tekken Resolute. For those of you guys that don't know what Tekken Resolute is, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Tekken Resolute before, but essentially Tekken Resolute is a mobile game, like on your Nokia flip phone mobile. And this was pretty much Tekken 6. As you can see, it had the character models of Tekken 6, kind of like the design, the stages clearly. The game actually had juggles for some reason. There was a bound system in the game. I don't know if you guys actually played this game, but this shit was actually kind of fucking hot. I owned this game on my little, I had a, what did I have? I had a Virgin Mobile. You remember them phones with all the buttons on it and shit? So Tekken Resolute, being the little limited mobile game that it was, I'm going to have to put Tekken Resolute in C tier because it was a good attempt in my opinion. It wasn't anything groundbreaking, but again, it was cool to play. Now, we have to do Tekken Card Tournament. I don't know if you guys remember Tekken Card Tournament, but here it is. This is Tekken Card Tournament. So it was like a strategy Tekken game where, like, if you guys were fans of like card games, you might have liked this. I like Yu-Gi-Oh and shit like that growing up. I have like all kind of Yu-Gi-Oh. You don't even know this about me. I'm giving you guys the inside scoop on me right now, alright? I used to be an avid card game collector. I liked card game stuff. I'm missing a lot of stuff. I'm old now. I've been collecting this stuff since the 90s and the early 2000s, so clearly I'm not going to have everything. I'm missing my whole Pokemon. I had like all the OG Pokemon stuff. These are all my like random cards that I had with like all little dual maps and shit inside of it. So I was a little fucking nerd growing up, man. And I have my special collector's cards here. Got all the Blue Eyes White Dragons. I got Japanese cards in here. Alright, back to the tier list. I just want to kind of show you guys some random shit. So Tekken Card Battle for me, I'm going to have to be honest with y'all, man. I thought Tekken Card Battle was cool, but I ain't going to say it was like life-changing. It definitely wasn't on a scale like that. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, Tekken Card Battle. It was just kind of whatever. It was just another little Tekken mobile game. So we're gonna put Tekken Card Battle in D tier. Like, it didn't do anything really special for me. Even as a guy who liked card games, it felt like it was kind of cheap to put together. But I can't put it any higher than that. Me personally, I can't. What we got next? We're going along here, guys. We're going along. Ha! I've been waiting for you, motherfucker. Tekken 7. The only thing that's stopping me from putting you any lower than C tier is the simple fact that you had a great run with your crossovers, pretty cool stages, but this game, I hate this game. I've never hated any fighting games, like hatred in my heart. I hated this game. But there was only certain characters in the game that could one-touch you. You know what I'm saying? In Tekken Tag 2, I truly felt like you could get almost one-touched by any character in the game. The damage I put in Tekken Tag 2 was atrocious, bro. My biggest problem with 7 also, too, was just that I really just hated the balancing in that game. Like, the balancing in Tekken 8, honestly, is questionable. But the only reason I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt is because they still have time to change. They still have time to change Tekken 8. It's not all lost yet for Tekken 8. It's kind of early to tell. Tekken 7 is in the ground. It's done. Marduk was literally RNG. How am I playing a fighting game when Marduk was RNG? Kunimitsu? Like, who wants to go back to fighting that? Listen, bro, I'd rather fight against Dragunov, bro, on any day of the year, bro. Shit, at least in Tekken 8, I have heat to stop that. Like, if I had heat, Marduk, like, I wouldn't even really worry about Marduk too much if I had heat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. I thought Tekken 7 was unbearable. And again, I'm basing that on, too, how much time I spent with the game. I spent way more time with Tekken 7 because I played it for like a year. Like, towards the end of the game, I kind of grinded it for like a year consistently, and that's all I really played it for. You had to pay for frame data. Like, I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least it's in the game. It's in Tekken 8, right? I don't give a fuck. I had to buy frame data. I had to buy this. Come on, man. You couldn't really sidestep in Tekken 7? You could not. You could not move in that game. So then we have the other mobile game, Tekken. It was just called Tekken. If you guys don't know what this one looked like. This was like that KOF game with the stars and shit. And the more stars you get, the better costume you get. Look. You get the 3-star Jin. You get that 4-star Jin, though. This game was actually kind of OD, bro. The reason why I think this one was OD is because this game actually took what Tekken Card Battle did and builded on it. You can actually juggle in this game. This one was sick, though. I really fucked with this one, though. Alright, so for me, this game was probably one of the best mobile games I've ever played for a Tekken game. It's not better than Tekken Advance because Tekken Advance was actually Tekken, but it was really good. I think it was really well done. So I'm gonna put this game, and remember guys, we're basing these games off of what they are. Some people will probably be like, there's no way Tekken Mobile is better than Tekken 7. You're not understanding. It's not supposed to be a console release. It's not supposed to be world changing. It's a fucking mobile game. And I'm gonna put this one in B tier. I thought that was a pretty good game. The only thing that I didn't like about it, again, was just obviously the fact that you couldn't hit your buttons freely and do like whatever combos you want freely like a regular fighting game structure. But I thought it was really innovative. It's actually sick. If you guys have never seen it, you guys should check it out. Tekken 8. You guys are probably wondering what I think about Tekken 8. You know, I don't hate this game. I hate some of the decisions that they're making with this game. I hate some of the DLC choices. We're going to get into more of that a little later. I like the stages for the most part. Stages are cool. They're not the best stages in Tekken history. Soundtrack is... it's okay. Like, I'm sure everybody's with me when I say that the soundtrack is not amazing. It's not amazing. It's not on, like, the classic Tekken levels. I even think that it might be on par with 7. Like, 7 had a pretty okay soundtrack. Like, Devil's Pit was sick. Precipice of Fate was sick. There was a lot of really sick stages in that game of music. I think Tekken 8 is cool. It's kind of hard to really give an honest opinion on it because the game is not done. Like, just them nerfing Dragunov alone, you can tell that the game is going to start taking a new direction. And you guys see that I'm playing it. I mean, I'm about to play it after this. Like, the game has pretty much kept me interested in fighting games at all because DOA is dead. Tekken is pretty much the only game that's out right now. There's no VF, there's no Soul Calibur. This is all we really got as 3D fighting game fans. And again, I emphasize 3D fighting game fans. As 3D fans, this is all we really have, you know. I think Tekken 8 is a pretty good game where it is right now. It needs to be changed a lot still, in my opinion. Not to say they're going to change the game for me, but it's not perfect. It needs some changes. But I can say, like, as of right now, I'll probably say that this game is... I say this game can go in A tier. There's no way I'm going to put this game in S tier with those grades up there. But I think that they have, like, the potential to turn this into a really excellent game. You know what we're going to do, guys? We're also going to add these in there, too. Let's talk about the Tekken movies. Tekken 7 Bloodline. I really hated the dubbing on that show. I don't know. Like, the dub was, like, kind of odd for me. I also did not like just, like, simply how... it felt like everything, like, I get it, like, I don't know if they're done yet or not. I don't know if they're still planning on coming out, but I feel like they crammed everything into, like, such a... I feel like they crammed everything in. But you know what's crazy about this show is that I'm going to give it... you don't really see a lot of TV shows and adaptations to games and anything else that is actually super accurate. What I mean by that is when we play Tekken, I know what a Electric Wind Godfist animation looks like. If I see an Electric Wind Godfist animation in another game, I'm going to say that's from Tekken. The anime was really well done. I thought it was really cool to see something modern, animated, as a fighting game, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was really sick. Man, I think I can safely put Tekken Bloodline in B tier. I thought it was pretty good. This shit right here, that Blood Vengeance shit, is that what that is, right? Nah, bro, this shit was ass. I was not a fan. I was not a fan of the Tekken Bloodline. Listen, whatever you guys' opinions are, I'm sorry if y'all disagree with me. I thought this shit was ass, bro. Not Bloodline, Blood Vengeance, yes. Nah. The Tekken animated movie. Listen, I have seen mad hate for this, okay? I've seen mad hate for this, bro. And I don't know why. I seriously thought that this shit was ridiculous. Yo, when Kazuya fucking Electric Wind Godfist in I don't know what movie he did to him, but when he fucking knocked out that fucking dinosaur, I was like, yo, this shit, it was bloody and shit, dude. Nah, bro, I thought that the Tekken animated movie, I think that's what it was called, bro. I thought that this shit was sick. I thought it was actually really well done. I know I'm gonna get heat for this, but in my opinion, that shit was really well done, bro. I love that shit, dude. We got one more we're missing. Hold on. Don't let me forget. I'm not forgetting, motherfucker. There's no way we're letting you. You ain't skating. Nah, hold on. You ain't skating. I know I saved you, too. You ain't skating, motherfucker. Where you at? Nah, hold on. I don't have it. I gotta go get that. Hold on. Nah, we're not letting this movie skate. Bro, this live-action Tekken movie, bro, I didn't know what the fuck was going on when I was watching this shit, bro. Like, and that's why I'm trying to say, when you got something that's at least respective to what it's trying to be. Like, the Tekken Bloodline from Netflix was super sick. The Tekken anime, the original one, I thought was super sick. This shit, I wish there was a worse tier than Cheeks. I wish there was a big-ass tier, bro. Oh my god, that shit was deplorable, bro. Oh, it was so bad. Like, Kazuya was in that motherfucker using, like, a bat. I was like, Kazuya, bro, why are you... What do y'all think, man? We're at the point now where we get to hear you guys' opinion on my tier list. What do you guys heavily disagree with? And I'm going to take everything into consideration. I'm not changing my shit at all.